Kyiv in the dark and the cold. More than 1,000 apartment buildings in Ukraine's capital remain without heating days after a devastating Russian strike slammed the city's energy system. As temperatures plunge well below freezing, families are enduring another night without warmth, power, or certainty in what officials warn could be the coldest and darkest winter yet of the war. Local authorities say the attack on Friday briefly left nearly the entire city without electricity and heat during a sharp cold snap. Water supplies and some power were only partially restored by Sunday, while vast residential areas remain vulnerable as repairs continue under extreme conditions. President Volodymyr Zelenskiy says repair work is ongoing, but the situation remains extremely difficult, particularly in and around the capital. In his nightly address, he stressed the priority is restoring power and heat to every building as quickly as possible. More than 200 emergency crews are now deployed across the Kyiv region, working around the clock to stabilize the grid. Zelensky revealed the sheer scale of recent attacks. Over the past week alone, Russia launched 1,100 drones, more than 890 guided aerial bombs, and over 50 missiles, including ballistic and cruise weapons, overwhelming Ukraine's already strained energy infrastructure. Ukrainian officials accuse Moscow of deliberately timing the strikes for maximum civilian suffering. Zelensky says Russia waited for freezing temperatures to amplify the damage, calling it cynical Russian terror specifically against civilians. Temperatures in Kyiv are already below -12 degrees Celsius, with forecasts warning they could plunge to -20 later this week. Kyiv Mayor Vitaly Klitschko warns the crisis is far from over. He says energy supplies remain very difficult, with severe frosts expected to persist for days. Public transportation, including parts of the metro, has been disrupted, and school holidays have been extended as families struggle to cope. On Friday alone, officials say 500,000 people in Kyiv lost power, prompting calls for temporary evacuations as temperatures dropped further. While authorities say restoration is moving at a record pace, significant improvements may not come until later this week. As Ukraine enters its fourth winter at war, leaders warn the energy grid is near its limits. Zelensky is urging Western partners to respond, saying there is no military rationale for attacks that leave civilians without heat in winter. He says this is Russia's war against life in Ukraine, an attempt to break the country by freezing its people into submission.
Subscribe to One India and never miss an update. Download the One India app now.